Hello,
Hello.
hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. How are you doing?
Yeah, it's going good. What about you?
Yeah, it's also going good with me. All right. So, your name is Fawad. I think I'm pronouncing it right.
Yes,
Yeah. All right.
yeah,
So
that's
please tell me
fine.
about yourself before we start this session.
First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. And this is Mohammed Fawad. I'm from
Hmm.
Mysore, the state of Karnataka, and I did my bachelor's in Arabic language. And
Hmm.
right now, I'm working as an Arabic English translator in hospital.
All right. So you translate Arabic to English.
That's fine. Yeah, Arabic to English and English to Arabic, and vice versa.
All right. So you translate it both ways. All right. That's a
Yeah.
very good thing. Um, so how's the job going exactly? Are you enjoying it? Do you find it fun to work with in this particular field?
Yeah, personally, I enjoy a lot because every day I
Mm-hmm.
had to learn something new because medical language or
Mm-hmm.
medical terms is very hard. So I have to give my full potential toward the language, even
Yeah.
though because I'm switching the languages, so I have to be comfortable while speaking and confident as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I have
Yeah.
to, understand the fully both languages. So yeah, I'm enjoying the language and my work as well.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's great. All right, I think I forgot to tell you about myself, right?
Yeah, that's good. If you introduce for yourself a little
Yeah,
bit for me.
yeah, yeah. All right, so my name is Prabal, as you can see it on the screen as well. So I'm from Calcutta and I am currently studying. I'm doing my MA in English. And other than that, in my free time, this is what I do. I am a tutor at Clapingo as well. So yeah, that's all about me.
Yeah, sounds great. Nice to meet you once again.
Thank you. Nice to meet you too. All right. So about today's topic, this is about inventions and discoveries, right? So are you all right with this topic? Can we talk about it?
That's fine. No issue. We can go on the
Yeah.
topic, or yeah, we can have a
All
casual
right.
talk.
All right. So before asking about, say, different inventions and discoveries, I would like to know what do you exactly understand by the two different words or the two different terminologies, that is invention and discovery.
Yeah, by the word of inventions, as we know, all there are
Mm-hmm.
lots of inventions. Like, as a as we grow up and as we know scientists invented lots
Mm-hmm.
of things, or the people like Elon Musk invented a Tesla car, or
Yeah.
lots of machineries are there, computers are there. So
Mm-hmm.
ancient people are still Bill Gates or those people who invented lots of gadgets or computers by
Mm-hmm.
applying the scientific knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right, but exactly what do you think it means by the term invention? What do you think invention means exactly?
Invention means to invent something by applying
Yeah,
the
that
scientific knowledge.
all right. And what does discovery mean?
Discovery means that already exists, but once didn't know about that. So once he
Hmm.
discovered that, so it's called discovered.
Yes, exactly. That's totally correct. So discovery is something that, like you just find out about it for the first time, but it already existed in the planet or in any
Yeah.
way, shape, or form. But yeah, when it comes to inventions, you invent something that never really existed. You invent something new. So yeah, that is the
Okay.
this
Different.
differentiation and yeah, the difference between the two terms and stuff like that. All right. So say, when it comes to inventions, what do you think is the one most significant invention of our time? Or what do you think is the most significant invention when it comes to your personal opinion?
Inventions, if I talk about the computers, are really
Hmm.
important. Those computers play a really important role in our life.
Yeah.
So I think more specific and the computers and the gadgets and mobile as well. Before how we used to talk, we had to go a shop and talk to take a landline, and we used to talk,
Yeah.
and the bill used to come a lot. So no one
Yes.
could bear. So once phone being invented, so it became easy to call or video call or or chats.
Yes.
So now we are having a conversation with you, like so.
Yeah. And previously, it was also very expensive to even call someone or to, recharge for the internet as well. Because I
Yes,
think
yes,
I do remember when I was in school, um, I was probably in the ninth or 10th grade, and I had this phone. Like, at that time, if we used to call our friends, we would just be talking for like 5 minutes because it would cost us one rupees for every single minute. So
yes,
that was
that's what
something, yeah. So it was a
exactly.
little bit ex- um, expensive at that time because, like at that time, you wouldn't be able to keep on going and talking for hours and hours at end, right? It was
And
going to
I
cost a lot of
yes,
money. Yeah.
I
Go
do
on. Yes.
remember that one of our family bought 10 rupees, card. That time we used to buy
Uh-huh. Yeah.
a long card, I think, and we had to
Uh-huh.
scratch that. Once
Yeah.
we and
Exactly.
we used to get only 7 rupees, and we used to
Uh-huh.
cover with that 7 rupees to our all family members. And now we
Uh-huh.
are getting 2,000 or something minutes. We are not able to
Yeah.
cover all the family members. Yeah.
Exactly. And say it also comes down to the how do you call it, the advantage and also add this luxury that we have right now, that that
Yes.
you can keep on talking for non-stop. Literally, there is no limit as to how long you can have a conversation with someone when you call a particular person, be it a family member or a friend, right? So because
Yes.
of that, maybe we try to speak to someone who we like to talk to, be it a friend, maybe our best friend or something, and we, like talk to that particular person for a long period of time, and then we just don't think of talking to someone or checking up to someone who we don't really like to talk to, right? So because of
Exactly.
that, probably we forget about checking up or like asking about what other relatives or other friends are doing and exactly things like that. So yeah, I mean everything has its good and bad. So I think that's that.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. All right. So how do you think our life would be if there weren't any computers at this point of time in the modern period?
Sorry, I didn't get.
Yeah. I asked you, say, how do you think or how do you think our life would be if there weren't any computers in this modern age?
If I, to be honest, in the past days, the
Mm-hmm.
things were not like that. So people, suffered. They live without
Yeah.
computers as well. So for sure,
Mm-hmm.
we would also survive without computers. But we
Mm-hmm.
invented those things. So now, if you ask if we can survive, the answer is no. We cannot survive. Yeah.
All right. Yes, I mean, say if someone is accustomed to using a computer, then probably it would be very difficult. But I'm asking about, say, if the computers weren't invented in the first place. There weren't any computer, or nobody ever invented any computer. So, like, how do you think our life would be? How different it would be?
Yeah, it would be very different, and the technology and all.
Hmm.
We won't be having these much access or these much facilities or opportunities. And
Yeah.
I told you as earlier, like our ancient, they already
Hmm.
survive without computers. So
Yeah.
if we were in this situation, for sure, we
Hmm.
also would survive. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Um, Okay, that's that. See about discoveries. Now I'm going to the discovery part of it. So when it comes to discoveries, what do you think, or what is the most important discovery according to you?
Most important discovery. Recently, India has discovered, a lithium in Kashmir.
Okay,
Uh,
I did not know this.
Lithium is a very powerful element
Hmm.
which
Yeah.
can contribute India's economy. So
Hmm.
recently India has discovered in Kashmir, and even
Hmm.
though these element, or I don't know what can say exactly, has already
Hmm.
existed in Malaysia or some other country, China. So India
Yeah.
has discovered that. So yeah, so if we can contribute to our country through that. And most of the batteries being made of that element segment.
Yes.
It calls
Yeah.
lithium.
Yeah, I know what
I don't
lithium is, but I
pronounce
did not know exactly. See, I did not know about the discovery that they found it in Kashmir. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. I just read before 2-3 days, and I just
Hmm. Okay, so how long back did this happen? How long back did they find lithium in Kashmir?
I think it's been known for a long days, but nobody's took care
Hmm.
of them. Took care of that thing. Nowadays China is
Hmm.
producing lots of batteries in their country, in their
Yeah.
country. So now lithium becomes very popular because Tesla cars, it's
Hmm.
electric cars, so they need also
Yeah.
batteries. So nowadays
Hmm.
technology is growing, so lithium is becoming more essential, and so that's
Yeah. All right. Say now this is an interesting thing. Say if you had any chance to or any means to invent something, what would you like to invent?
oh, it's the most difficult question for me. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Give it a
if I
try.
had to invent, uh, if I had to invent something, I would invent. Yeah, I would I would invent a
Mhm.
robot.
Okay. But
Yeah, I would.
robots are there in the world. So what kind of robot could you be inventing?
Yeah, basically, I would invent robots. Those can help people and help.
Hmm.
There are lots of these things are already existed. In our
Hmm.
world, in our country
Yeah.
also. A robot can contribute to our army, or they can contribute
Hmm.
to there are lots of things which to build a big buildings. There lots of manpower needed there, so lots of people are dying doing these things. So if
Yeah.
a robot can contribute, so those people who are sacrificing their life, they
Hmm.
can save. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the term you use, sacrificing their life, it's not sacrificing, sacrificing their life.
Sacrificing, okay.
Yeah. Because yeah, the term is sacrifice, right? So because of that, it's sacrificing, not sacrifice.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. All right. So about say the discovery of
So
lithium that
if
we
I
talked
ask you the
about.
same question, what would you
Uh-huh.
answer?
Which question?
The same. If you had a chance to invent something, what would you?
To invent something. Um. Yeah. I mean, if I had a chance to invent something, probably I would invent say a comfortable way or maybe an easier way to travel into space that would be maybe cheaper and would not require a lot of fuel, so to say. Or I mean, it would require a lot of fuel, but that should be more convenient. Like, say, everyone can go there, like, without them being an astronaut or something like that, right? So it can
Yeah,
be like a mode of transport, so to say, from maybe going from planet Earth to the moon, right? So that kind of transport system that probably I would like to invent. But I mean, who am I to even invent that? Like, even the scientists
yeah.
cannot figure it out. So yeah,
Sounds great. Yeah, we can have our thoughts on something.
yeah, exactly. So yeah. All right. So about the thing that I was going to ask you is that like you mentioned this discovery of lithium in Kashmir. So, like after the discovery of it, how do you think it would change the Indian economy or the Indian manufacturing world, so to say, or the manufacturing aspects of this particular country? And how can it contribute to India as a whole?
Yeah, because as we know, China is producing most of the batteries.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why if India discover these things, we can produce, and we can, give produce lots of jobs openings, and
Mm-hmm.
we can build
Yes.
lots of companies. By that way, we can contribute to our country, and we can have a good hand at in our economy.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
nowadays, everything is becoming like electronic. So nobody,
Mm-hmm.
even though Arab people are not depending on fuel, they are building a
Mm-hmm.
new, buildings, or they are making a different. in their country to stable their economic. They are not relying on the fuel even. So yeah, if we discover and if we take the good advantage of that lithium, so definitely Indian economic will go up. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. So this is probably a strange question, but I would like to ask you is that, like when it comes to inventions or discoveries of certain things, we take or we remember those things and we think of it as something that is probably, like in later times, it becomes completely casual that we take it for granted. Be it say the mobile phone or even the internet and stuff like that. So we just think like it's just there, we can use it, but we do not even think about the invention of it, right? Or the time and effort that it took to invent it in the first place, and the inventors who invented it. So, do you think people should maybe pay attention or maybe do remember the inventors a little bit more and maybe take it a less granted or something like that?
Uh, I didn't get you actually.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, all right, I can repeat myself. Like let's talk about the invention of computer itself. All right. So say nowadays computer is a completely normal thing. Everyone has computers and every household has probably like two, three computers, right? So we have computers, we use them, but we do not really think about how
Sure.
it came to be, right?
Sure.
And we do not even wonder like who invented it and what kind of effort they put into it while inventing this or in
Yes.
the
Yes.
process of inventing it. So do
Yes.
you think we should maybe educate ourselves a little bit more to know about the backstory of it or know about the invention of it or the things that have been invented in the past?
Yeah, definitely we are doing the same. We are studying
Mm-hmm.
computers, so definitely we had to study the invention of the computer, the way
Mm-hmm.
the people invented the computer. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely. But it's already we can think of the upgradation. What we can do for computer more.
Mm-hmm.
As we know, when we install any app in our mobile, every time it needs upgradation. If we read
Yeah.
about the past, it's just for the historic things or something. And if we think
Mm-hmm.
of upgradation of computer or the process of computer and what we can do more and what we can contribute, so that will be a fine. Just reading about computer invention, we can gain
Mm-hmm.
knowledge or piece of knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah.